Everybody, this is Bryan Hogue. Welcome to another week of Chiller Night Live, the pre-show. Wow, I had some complications in getting this up and running again tonight, so I'm not sure what's going on. But some of the things have changed here on the screen, I've noticed. So well, I'm adapting, and hopefully you will too, and we'll all just go through this together. It's like a lot of things recently. But Tom says, hello, hello, hello. Hey, Tom. Cassandra says, hi, everybody. Harry says, hi, Tom, Cassandra. Tom says, all right. Everybody saying hi. Tom says, no sound. Is there sound? Is there not sound? Oh, there might not have been during the credits or the opening title. All right, let me open up my chat here. Things have been a little strange here. Let me write this out. Good evening. All right, Cassandra says I can hear you. I think what happened when I was playing the opening title, I had the mic off. I didn't know it, but I did. So, all right, everything should be okay now. It should be. Fingers crossed. All right, Brian must be asleep, he says. I am here. Let's see. Harry says, howdy and pleasant nightmares from Indy. Well, hey, Harry, thanks for joining us. John says, hello again. It's Crozak the Grand again from Taunton, Massachusetts. Taunton? Am I saying that right? Like the Empire Strikes Back Star Wars animal? Glamfang says, hi all. Hi, John from New Jersey. And hey, Glam, thanks for joining us. Tom says, sounds good. All right. I think that was the only issue, hopefully. Brad says, it's a Chiller Night pre-show starring Bryan Hogue. Now here's Bryan. What's on tonight, Bryan? Well, you shall see in but mere moments. Let me turn that a little bit more. All right. First, I want to thank Stream TV, because hopefully later on tonight you'll be hopping on there on their online site or their Roku channel and watching our Chiller Night television for the night. And of course, there's Chop Block TV. You can find those frightening folks at butchermedia.com. Butchermedia.com. And then, of course, below them, right there, is Paranormal Warehouse. Paranormalwarehouse.com. Those sites, those pages, they support Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat. So take a look, check them out, and we'll support them as well. Now, and of course, Vicelli Pizza from Butler, PA. We always want to thank them. Our schedule tonight, Chiller Night Theater at 9 o'clock. The movie is Attack of the Giant Leeches. That, of course, was last week's live Friday Night Frights. It is now appearing for the first time on Stream TV in its polished, edited form. So I think you'll like it. 11 p.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Nate Reagan. Nate will be talking about his being a consultant for the Scream 4 movie with the costume and some of the props, or the costume, I believe. So trying to think of whether prop. No, I think it was just a costume. Not only for the movie, but for the McFarlane toys. So that's kind of cool for Ghostface. 11:30 p.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Killers from Space. 1:30 a.m. Chiller Chat, and that's actually the very first Chiller Chat that I did with Stream TV. Luke Ria, the station manager, interviews me. And then at 2 a.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Silent Night, Bloody Night. So that, of course, was a very recent episode that we did live. So Raymond says YouTube not showing. Let me hop back on there. It actually is right now. There was a little glitch here at the beginning, but let's see. Ava says, I can see YouTube. Okay, I just checked, and it seems to be on there now, Raymond. And Brad says, everybody's stocking up at grocery stores? It seems like it. It seems like they are. Tom says, I see YouTube as well. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Ava says, I see you over there, Raymond. David, champagne good. What's your poison tonight? Oh, what is everybody's poison tonight? Do share. Do share. Cassandra says, I'll. Hey, Emmanuel. Hello, great job. I look forward to tuning into you every weekend. It's a fun time and brings back memories of Chiller Theater and Chilly Billy Cardell, R.I.P. Please keep doing these shows. Thanks. Well, thank you very much. That was, I don't know if you're new here, if you've ever seen these or Chiller Night Theater before on the channel, but that's exactly the inspiration for it was my love for Chiller Theater, growing up watching Chilly Billy Cardell every Saturday night. So I actually the second Chiller Chat episode tonight where Luke Rio interviews me, I talk about that and the inspiration that had on me for starting my show and my talks with Chilly Billy and coming up with the title Chiller Night Theater and his participation and support for what I was doing. So I appreciate that comment, but that's always a great compliment to me when I can remind somebody of the spirit of the Chiller spirit from those days. And then Bob Books. Hello, everybody. Hey, Bob. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Brad says, what a week with this coronavirus thing. Unbelievable. Yes. But it is it is here, and hopefully we just get by that through that just fine and just do what they're telling you to do. And but we'll just like I said, we'll just do what they say and follow the guidelines that they've established. And but for now, we'll just put all those concerns and anxiety aside, and we'll just have the Chiller show tonight, and we'll just do that. So let's see. Harry says, "Damn, got to leave. Just got a service call. Being a Saturday night, all I see is now is money." Oh, okay. Well, thanks for joining us, Harry. Let's see. Raymond replied to him saying, "That sucks." Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Tom says, "I swear, Brian, you picked the perfect month to do a month of live Friday nights. Who knew you'd have a captive audiences with everything being shut down? Live entertainment is going to be hard to come by for the next months or more." Wow, I mean, yeah, coincidentally so. Yeah, that was something. And I thought, well, I want to keep this going, I just, because, give it 8 weeks, 9 weeks or so, and we'll be, sure we'll be back to normal, as normal as we can be. So let's just ride the wave, folks. Just ride the wave. And Glam says, "Hi, hey, Emmanuel, I agree. This is a great show and does Chilly Billy proud." Oh, thank you, Glam. I very much appreciate that. David says, "I got plenty of champagne to write out the write out the coronavirus." Some of you guys were making some of those the puns and the jokes on that last night. But I swear, I'm like, without my glasses, and this is I don't know what to do about this. Oh, poor Jack Shadow can barely read this, so it's something that I'm gonna have to figure out a better way to do this, because it's hard for me to read this screen, without my reading glasses. So maybe I can get corrective lenses, for the white eyes. Who knows? But the angry Pennsylvanian. Hey, peeps, finally made it. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. All right, is Corpus with us? Anybody see Corpus? Try contact lenses. Well, but I have the white eyes over that. I mean, unless I can get corrective white lenses, that might be an option. That might have to be if we're going to keep this up. So anyways, is Corpus here? Anybody see Corpus? Because, of course, now if you're new here to this show, and even Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat and the Stream TV and We're also on Chop Block TV's Roku channel as well. Episodes of Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat. But if you're new here, I want to invite you to join the Chiller Night Facebook group page. It's of course, everybody posts whatever, on the chiller topic, but every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, same time as us, Corpus Christine, she hosts a watch party, and she picks us some pretty groovy movies, so let's see. Let's see if she's on here tonight. If not, I'll make the announcement without her, but I kind of hate to do that, so we'll give her a few more minutes. And A. Emmanuel says, Chiller Night Theater is everyone's chance to shut out the crazy world, kick back and enjoy a Friday night fright, or to make a Saturday scary movie just like we did as kids. I agree. That's kind of my thoughts about it. I was just talking about that just maybe a week or two ago before all this really blew up. Back when I was a police officer. I did a career as a police officer, and also being a police officer, I was also a certified EMT, because one of our police duties was actually, in addition to that, was running the more serious calls, and the Charlie Delta and Echo calls, and we had to do that as well, and so there was a lot of stuff that it was nice at the end of the night to be working on, go home after shift, be working on my haunted house, be working on the chiller shows, be working on even Dark Horse Championship Wrestling, or things like the entertainment stuff that you could step back away from all the seriousness, and that stuff's always going to be there. It ain't going nowhere, but it's nice to step back away from that. I think it's a nice little escape. So anyways, Paul says, hello, this is B-Man from Cleveland, Ohio. B-Man or B-Man. All right, well, thanks for joining us, Paul. Bob says, Jack could get some specs. Could be a great episode, and plus halfway there. Yeah, I suppose I could get something kind of spooky, decorative ones or something. And let's see. Is Corpus here? Ava says Corpus. Did you see her? Did somebody see Corpus? Let's see. Brad says, if you thought this coronavirus thing is bad, I wonder what we were going to do in the case of the zombie virus outbreak. I don't know. Corpus is here. Hey. All right, there you go. But Brad, to answer your question, there are plenty of visual guides as to probably how you ought to go about that with Night of the Living Dead, The Walking Dead. There's all kinds of research out there for you. All right, now Corpus is with us, so Corpus, whenever you are ready, would you like to announce the movie for next Thursday? Next Thursday at 8 p.m. on the Chiller Night Facebook group page. I shall wait. Drum roll, perhaps. And while we're waiting, do you still work in wrestling in some form? Indie wrestling scene is booming. I do not. I haven't since like 2015, just because it's Bob says drum roll. Tom says drum roll, please. Okay, Corpus says yes. The Thursday night feature is aha, Werewolves on Wheels. So, all right, wow, here is a Werewolves on Wheels. What can I say? Every so often a movie comes along and will change your life for the better, and I'm sure this is going to be just that one. So Werewolves on Wheels. I don't know where you found that, but that is awesome. That's going to be next Thursday on the Chiller Night Facebook group page, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're not a member, request to be a member. And that is, that's great. I remember when, remember, it was just earlier today when Corpus showed me that. I got a big kick out of that. And Lisa Ann Stevenson says, Double Bad. Yes, that will be coming up. Raymond says, a new one to me. Hey, me too. I've never heard this movie. I've never heard of it. I've certainly never seen it, of course. Bob says, sounds like a lunar-inspired disco inferno. Hey, it might be. We'll have to see on Thursday. Glam says, Corpus is the queen of suspense and picking cool movies. Yes, she certainly is. Lisa Ann says, hey, Jack. You know what? He's up there. If you look sharp enough, you can actually see him up there in the top of Castle Shadow, moving about. No doubt preparing for tonight's episodes. All right, so Corpus says, I'm excited. Y'all need to jump on this. I wish I could. A lot of times I can't make it for Thursday night, especially this month, Monster March. What was I thinking? No, it's something. I did want to do these Friday Night Frights. Just bang, pound them out in a row. I wanted to see if if I could do them. One thing, with employment, family, life, and still be able to maintain this. So I probably won't do it again anytime real soon. But I'm having fun. I'm hoping that you're having fun as well. It looks by the participating comments that you are. And not only that, though, but there's a lot of views, not necessarily at the time. There might be a dozen people or a couple dozen people on there at one time watching, but there's a lot of views that by the next day, it's, it might be up 500-600 views. That's collectively between Facebook and YouTube. So I haven't gone viral by any means yet, but I think this is something that people are certainly enjoying. And let's see, I am missing comments. I remember I was asked about the wrestling. I'm not doing any wrestling. I'm not doing any wrestling at this time. I'm just too swamped. I ended Dark Horse Championship Wrestling. I should say the last event I had was in August of 2015. That was right before all this went down to where, new job, moved to a different location. So that really was a determining factor, certainly, in me not doing Dark Horse Championship Wrestling. So I haven't closed the book on it, but I mean, admittingly, it is tough to even think about doing so. I've been asked that. I get asked that quite often by wrestling fans, and are you going to bring it back? I would love to, but realistically, I'd like to more focus on this and get this up and running because like I say, my views online at least are, I'd certainly like to improve those. I want to focus on kind of one thing at a time. So, but you never know. That old Dark Horse might get up and run again. All right. So, where are we at? Al says, I never saw that. Can't wait. Yeah, I'm with you on that. The Werewolf Moonlight Pizza, Brad says. And then, Cassandra put a link in there for colored contacts for prescription contact lenses. All right, I'll have to check that out. That's the worst part of the whole costume there is contacts. Getting those things in. Brad says presented by Vicelli's. Yes, absolutely. They are a great sponsor for us. John says, how about showing either Argo Man, the Fantastic Superman, or Super Argo versus the Faceless Giants? I have to look those up there, John, to be honest with you. I'm not familiar with those. I'll have to check those out. Cassandra says, vamp fangs. Okay, cool. Lisa Ann says, I love Monster March. All right, Thank you, Lisa Ann. Corpus says, you have your paws full, Brian. Yes, I do. I definitely do. A. Emmanuel says, werewolves on wheels followed by vampire hookers. What a double feature. Ah, that's an idea. Cassandra says, just 2 ideas for prescription special effects. That's cool. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, now I'm going to, I see, wow, this is great. So much participation. But I'm going to, let me jump ahead here for the, the paranormal marketplace. Of course, we talked about last week, and that, of course, has been canceled for tomorrow. I won't be attending that. In fact, I mean, the event has been canceled. So no paranormal marketplace for tomorrow in Monaca, Pennsylvania. It hasn't been canceled. It's been, I should say, it's been postponed until, I think it's in June. I'll have that information as the time gets a little closer. So wanted to mention that if you're going to Monaca, thinking that it's there, it won't be there tomorrow. And let's see. Okay, I'll just try to catch up here. Viral eek, rough choice of words these days. Oh, with the yeah, the videos. Yeah, Tom says, yeah, it was Brad, and then Tom says, yeah, watch the use of viral these days. I know. Corpus says, hello to all new viewers. Hey, yeah, absolutely. Thanks for checking us out. Adam says, how do you get your movies? Are they in public domain, or do you get permission somehow? How does it work? Well, if you're talking about for Facebook, for the watch party, of course, that is that's an agreement through the licensing of Facebook to have all that. But I suspect you're talking about Chiller Night Theater. In that case, those are public domain. Those are all public domain, so I don't run into a copyright or licensing issue whatsoever with those. You'd be surprised, there are so many public domain movies out there. Just tons and tons of them. So can't always get the most, the cream of the crop necessarily, but by golly, we have fun with the ones that we do get. So there are some really, really good ones, though, out there. So let's see. Bob says, still hoping for Captain Kronos Vampire Hunter. I saw that. I saw that on the list for public domain, and I did see it on YouTube, so that could very well be. I'll have to check it out right before. I will get that one, Bob. I will get that. Maybe we'll see that one this year. Hugh says, glad to sit in and watch Chiller Night Theater. Good to try to be scared of a monster film instead of the monster everyone seems to be afraid of today. Irrational fear of a virus, where the facts say 97.6% recovers. Thanks for keeping us all entertained. Well, you never know. I guess in the long run, who really knows? So we'll see. Biding time will tell. But for your statement as far as the entertainment, yeah, let's just and that's kind of what this whole thing is. Let's be entertained by the movie monsters and all that good stuff. So Brad says a lot of comments. Geesh, yes. Adam says wasn't dissing the method or the movies. It wouldn't be Chiller Night Theater otherwise. Oh no, I didn't take it as that, because I get asked that quite a bit. So no, I didn't take it that way whatsoever. Glam says, out of curiosity, how much is it to air a B movie that is not public domain? That is actually a very good question, because I don't know the answer to that. I've actually tried over the years to obtain licensing information. I have no idea where to get it, to be honest with you. I have none, because I would love to. You would have to, I would imagine. See, here's what I would like to do. I went last year, in fact, it was in March last year, how time flies, when I was in talks with WPXI about trying to get Chiller Night Theater on there. And then we went down and talked to them. It was looking pretty promising, and I've told this story before, and that didn't quite work out the way I was hoping it would. So, but anyways, where I'm going with this is, if I could get in league with a TV station that already has licensing or licensing to play these movies, uh, that'd be fantastic. And that's what I was hoping and thinking I could do with them, so that you could see, periodically me doing the Universals or the Hammer movies, And every once in a while you'll see Svengoolie have that, or, where they actually play a licensed movie. So, but he's in syndication. I'm not as of yet. So, not on that level anyway. So, um, but that's a good question. I would love to know. But let me get on to it's 8:30 right now. So let me just let me throw this out there. Of course, last night, Bride of the Gorilla. Thank you for everybody who joined us and watched that last night and left their comments. This was the first time I actually did one of these where YouTube, I couldn't read your comments, and I felt horrible about that. But I just couldn't. I could barely read the Facebook comments, but just but the YouTube. Some nights my eyesight is a little more blurry than others. Last night happened to be one of those nights. I was having a heck of a time, but yeah, YouTube. There was something on Restream when I clicked. When I clicked it, it wasn't. First of all, it wasn't transferring the titles over, but second of all, it wasn't opening up this chat. And on this chat, I have both YouTube and Facebook. So I was like, oh my gosh, now what? So we got through it. Another technical glitch, but we got through it. It happens. Ava says, "Hey, am I too loud out here?" No, I can't really hear you. So I think you're okay. But thanks for checking. Corpus says, replying to Adam on the Facebook watch party. It is what I can grab in Facebook. We announce them Saturday here. I make a post and calendar event on the page afterwards. Yeah, we like to do that. I think it's kind of fun to announce the movie on Saturday night before. And let's see. Lisa Ann says Attack of the Gargantuan. Yeah, see, I remember watching that as a kid, as a lot of these movies, and I would love to play something like that. Corpus says Bride of the Gorilla was so fun. Lisa Ann says order pizzas from Pacelli if you can. But yeah, Corpus says Bride of the Gorilla was so much fun. I love that. And Tom says Bride of the Gorilla was great. Friday Night Frights. Yes, and speaking of that, I set this over here because Tom, congratulations, Tom Paisley was the winner last night of the Jack Shadow giveaway prize. He's getting his copy of The Chiller Night, The Spirit of Halloween. This is about some teenagers that go out trick-or-treating one Halloween night, and I guess it'd have to be, it makes sense on Halloween, but they end up finding themselves in the realm of Jack Shadow in his dark domain, and it's kind of a story where they have to race against the clock to get out before midnight, or they're stuck in his dimension forever. So kind of neat. And of course, a autographed picture of Jack Shadow himself. So congratulations, Tom. He of course guessed the clip last night. That was my mind just went totally blank right now. The brain that wouldn't die in 1962, I believe. So Adam says Bride of the Gorilla was good. Lee Sands followed by Perry Mason. Ava says I had a great time too. And Adam says that's why I'm here too, escaping the inescapable. And Lee Sands says and Rear Window. Tom says yay me, yay. Glam says Bride of the Gorilla was quite entertaining. Still marvel at how quickly folks in those older movies just start shooting at anything. Yeah, did you? Now tonight, if you watch Attack of the Giant Leeches, I'm so amused by Ken Clark, the actor Ken Clark, who's playing the game warden. The guy who's a hero of the movie. And the one scene where he comes up on Liz. He happens to be in the area and she's screaming in the swampland. And he runs up and he's, consoling her. He's got that gun pointed right at her face. It's like, No, that's not cool. But it's just funny too to see a an actor, handling a weapon. Especially back then, they didn't care. They'd be like, "Huh," you know, kind of forgetting the dangerous end of the weapon. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Now that was last night. That was a lot of fun, and then you got to see last night. The movie was revealed as to what it will be next week, and it will be.
Join me, Jack Shadow, for my Friday Night Frights on March 20th as I feature The Devil Bat. Watch a live episode of Chiller Night Theater, interact with me and with other viewers during the show. Watch Jack Shadow's Friday Night Frights on the Chiller Night Theater Facebook page or the Chiller Night Theater YouTube channel. Friday, March 20th, it's The Devil Bat. All part of Monster March, a live episode every Friday night. Don't miss it. Brought to you by Vicelli Pizza, Butler, PA, and Gross Fest.
There you have it, folks. The Devil Bat, March 20th. And then on March 20th, I will reveal the next one. And that will be our 4 in a row. Actually, it's probably going to be 5 in a row because the first Friday of April. Will I do it then? I don't know. I might take that week. I might postpone that one till the second week of April. I don't know. We'll see. But it's I'll be honest. It's a little confusing for me because I'll tell you what I did just to give you an example. I'm working on I'm working on one of the shows. Okay, writing the episodes, putting it together. I'm editing it, and I'm always thinking ahead, and it gets confusing because I really lose track of what movie I'm working on. I really do. Like really, it's a problem with me, because I'm rushed so much trying to get all this stuff done. One of the things I did by mistake was last night on Bride of the Gorilla. You saw the insert ads, like that one, for example. Well, in Bride of the Gorilla, originally I noticed when I was playing the clips that I put the ad for Bride of the Gorilla during the show Bride of the Gorilla. So I had to go back and redo the ad and put it back in. It's so easy. It's so easy for me to get mixed up. It really is. And now I'm going ahead and I'm writing the other episode for the movie, which shall remain nameless. You'll find out on March 20th what the movie after that will be. But it's fun, but it's a little much. But like I said, I wanted to try this out because I've always wanted Chiller Night Theater to be a live weekly show. So it's just kind of my way of seeing, what am I capable of getting done here, and if it is possible to do live shows from the studio as well. It is possible to do that, but to also link it in with Facebook and YouTube, I'm not sure exactly how all that works, but I think it can all be done from my understanding and from me talking to others. So, but anyways, we'll see. We'll see what we have, what we're able to do down the road. So, and that of course was sponsored by Vicelli Pizza and Gross Fest. So as far as Gross Fest, fortunately, is far enough down the road where I'm sure we're going to be just fine, with our scheduling with Gross Fest. But if you're new on here and you don't have any idea what in the world I'm talking about with Gross Fest, well, here you go. Here's another ad. So give me 30 seconds of your life here.
Gross Fest, the Pittsburgh area's hottest independent horror convention. Come to Gross Fest 3, July 25th and 26th at the George Washington Hotel at 60 South Main Street in Washington, PA. Guests include Drew Marvick, Billy Pond, Bill Oberst Jr., Aaron R. Ryan, Brooklyn Ewing, Jerry LaRue, Jack Shadow, Aura the Witch, and Elle Von Nock from Chiller Night Theater.
Check out grossfest.com for our full list of guests, dates, location, and more. Don't miss Grossfest 3.
It was kind of weird. I couldn't get this back off. My computer has been acting a little strange. I'm not gonna say the B word, but yeah, I'll have to make sure there's no bugs in it. Let's see. Raymond Burr used a rifle as a crutch. What if it went off? I'm sorry. I know there's probably a lot that I've missed here. I apologize. I just let's see. Corpus is having pizza and bat bat little icons there. Bob says, yeah, gun safety is humorous in movies. No trigger discipline and sweeping everybody with the barrel. They never have to reload half the time. Oh, I know. And it drives me nuts watching that stuff. I mean, I try not to be, I try not to do that, but I can't help it. Tom says, oh, Lisa Ann says, do you really think a Bat movie is a good idea at this time? Heck yeah, I do. And Tom says, this particular Bat movie is always a good idea. Yes, it is. A. Emanuel says, if you could get WPXI to let you do your show, you'd undoubtedly beat all the Saturday night competition. Saturday Night Live ain't got nothing that can challenge you. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I would love to. I really wanted to be more of a Pittsburgh thing, because I'm close to Pittsburgh. I'm not. I should say I'm not that far. I'm within an hour of downtown Pittsburgh. So I used to live down there and work down there. So I would have loved for this to have been a Pittsburgh thing. I hope someday it is. Or maybe I thought about this too. Streaming is really the way to go. So maybe in the long run it'll be best just to keep doing what I'm doing now, and maybe this method here will explode in popularity it has for a lot of other people who somehow are able to get their the views and stuff. I don't know who I would need to, who would you even contact for something, like somebody in marketing or somebody who can help you, promote things, I guess. I don't know. I just wish I had more time, to be truthful. Because in me, let's forget about job, family, real life, but just to actually write and prepare the shows, and then plus I edit everything myself. So to do all that stuff, plus the extra things, that go in the promoting it, like the little ads and the little 30-second inserts and stuff like that, that all takes quite a bit of time to do. And if I had more time, that's the thing. I mean, who doesn't wish they had more time? But when it comes to this, that's a big problem. Just trying the time management of it all. A. Emanuel says, thank you for all you do. You're keeping the legacy of Chiller Theater alive and kicking. Oh, thank you. That's a very nice compliment. I appreciate that. And I remember the first time I talked to Bill Cardell and him saying, I want to thank you for keeping the chiller spirit alive in your area. And I was like, wow, that is so cool. To be hearing that from Chilly Billy was awesome. To hear it from people viewing it right now is amazing to me, because if I can recreate just a slice of that atmosphere, that spirit from back then, that's a huge compliment, because that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Al says, maybe your computer has the coronavirus. I wasn't going to say it. And Bob says, you could be the next Joe Rogan of horror. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? That would be really cool. I mean, geez, everybody watches that one. I mean, I do. I don't know. I should say lots of people watch Joe Rogan. So wouldn't that be something? Hey, Emmanuel, yeah, I grew up in South Greenburg, 35 minutes from Pittsburgh. Your show brings back wonderful memories. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Corpus says, you're doing a bang-up job. Seriously. Thank you, Corpus. I appreciate that. Corpus is replying to Al, Husher, we'll all be quarantined. You guys. All right, so you know next week's shows The Devil Bat. That of course brought to you by Vicelli Pizza and Gross Fest. And there's something that I'm a big science fiction fan. The second movie tonight on Chiller Night Theater's Killers from Space. We played that as our feature program last week. I love sci-fi, and when I get a little bit more chance, a little bit more time, I'm just complaining about time, but there is something that I'm such an avid fan of, like Star Wars and science fiction, and I just am. And I would love to have I kind of hate to utilize these programs for that, because although science fiction, the more like the alien invasion type of thing, that type of thing is more the chiller than if you're talking about Star Wars and that. Although I've tried to make it fit, I just don't feel that it's a good. I don't know. I'm almost thinking of starting something up. This is just something I slapped together, a picture. The Chiller Night Sci-Fi. I removed the bat and put in the sci-fi with it. I put that the UFO in place of the bat. I'm thinking about something along the lines of doing that with. Let me. Can I reduce that? Nope. I'm stuck with it. Oh no! I was trying to move this around. That ain't working. But I was trying to. Come up with something where I can talk about this stuff like Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the Mandalorian, stuff like that, without taking away from the Chiller, the true spirit of Chiller with the monsters and the invading evil aliens and stuff like that. So I don't know. I was thinking about doing something like that. We'll see. Whoa. But anyways, because I'm a big fan of science fiction as well, so we'll get out of here. But anyways, we'll see how that goes. I would like to do something like that, so we'll see. Pretty cool, huh? But anyways, Corpus says 15-minute warning. I know, it goes quick, and Lisa Ann says, zombies in July. Right. Hey, Emmanuel, hey, if we all get quarantined, I hope you do more shows. Well, I hope we do more whether we're quarantined or not. But if we are, then I will, as long as I've got the ability to do these and to keep these up, I certainly will. Tom says, okay, but sci-fi complements in the horror genre rather well. I'm glad to hear you say that. I didn't know if it was just kind of me, because I could get on like a chiller chat. We've done the Star Wars movie reviews and stuff like that, and that's something, honestly, like I could sit and talk on that stuff because I'm excited about like the new season of the Clone Wars. I never cared for the Clone. I never had any. Give 2 minutes here. I want to explain. I never had any interest in the Clone Wars because I always looked at it as like, oh, that looks like a kids show, and I never had any interest whatsoever in it. And then the Mandalorian came around, and without giving any spoilers away, because I don't know if you guys have seen it. Excellent, fantastic series, by the way. But there are very big references to the Clone Wars. So that after watching Mandalorian, I thought, well, I've certainly got time. I mean, season 2 is not coming out anytime soon until like October. So I'll go back and watch this Clone Wars. Holy cow! I mean, some of the episodes are geared certainly for the younger crowd, but there are some that are just really fantastic stories, and I was very surprised at the quality of that show, and now I'm kind of hooked on that. And then with season 7 beginning, well, pretty happy about that. But I'm still catching up with that series, and then I'll check out Star Wars Rebels. So there's like tons and tons of stuff that I really would love to talk about. Not only that, but the old the Star Wars expanded universe and legends and blah 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 blah. So I don't know. Should I dare? Should I dare step on Chiller Chat's toes and I kind of hate to do that. I kind of do. I feel weird about it. Corpus says Chat Wars. Chat Wars. Yeah. David says, "Do you remember the British TV series UFO from the early '70s?" I remember that. I didn't remember that being a British series, but I don't. But maybe I'm thinking of a different one then, because I'm pretty sure the one I'm thinking about in like the late '70s, maybe early '80s was. I think it was. I think I'm thinking of a different one, David. He says he loved that show. Oh, I'm sure I would have too. I've always loved that stuff. Bob says fantasy, science fiction, horror, love them all. Corpus says Mandalorian is excellent. Yeah, it's really cool. Al says yes, you can see it on YouTube. UFO, great show. You like that? All right. It's funny. I threw that in there in the queue like literally like 5 minutes before we began. I thought, one of the topics was I was going to touch on the science fiction aspect of it, so I thought I'll throw a little UFO in there. So I kind of liked it. Lisa Ann says Plan 9 from Outer Space is awesome. Yeah, we just did that one. We just played that a couple weeks ago. Corpus says, replying to David Silvio, I've never seen it. Got to check that out. Yeah, me too. I've never seen that show. I don't think I did, David. I think initially I was thinking of a different one. When you said it was British, I don't think this one was. And then, hey, Emmanuel, if you need help to keep doing the show, I think everybody would pitch in and contribute to keep you on. We watch you and see you every week. You're just like family for the fans. Oh wow, that is fantastic. That's thank you. I appreciate that. I will be starting a Patreon. Is it Patreon? A Patreon page. I'm almost done. You're speaking of that now. Of course, just. Nobody's got to give anything, they never will, you never have, they never will. But there will be some extra things, of course, if you're a Patreon. What do they call them? You pledge, your pledges. I don't know what to make it. I have no idea. Actually, that was one of the things I was going to ask everybody eventually. Maybe not tonight. But I was going to ask that. What do you guys think would be a fair? Like, I'll give you an example. And this is only like this cost me about $20 a month to bring these shows to you just through the multi-streaming. It's no one asked me to do that. It was my pleasure. It was my, I'm happy to do it. I will continue to do it. It's not a big deal to me. But it's just a small example. There are some costs involved. Vicelli Pizza, they have certainly contributed, so that's why I wanted to do the sponsorship with the Friday Night Frights. At least I wanted to, because so much time goes into those and so much preparation and those. It's not an easy walk in the park night for me doing those. It's not as easy for me to do that as it is to go to the TV studio and do it, rather than the office studio setting, just because there I don't have to worry about the audio and the lighting and the camera equipment and stuff like that. No technical responsibilities whatsoever. That's the way I like it. However, if I'm going to do this, I have to learn, and maybe my learning curve is a little slower than I'd like, a lot slower than I'd like, but it is what it is. We're here right now, so I guess we're doing something right. Let's see, but I will have something like that, and I will be asking. Oh, it's 8:52, so we'll be closing for the night here, at least with this. And I'm hoping everybody goes to. I'll throw the schedule up. If you're new to this and you really don't know where you can watch Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat tonight on Stream TV. let me throw this back up here, because at the very top, you'll see at the top right of your screen, streammedia.tv. That's streammedia.tv. If you go there, you can watch the programming. You just sit there and watch it streamed off of the website. I personally like watching my programs on a TV. So you know what you can do is you can connect to their Roku channel right off of that website. So go there. You can watch Stream TV, connect to their Roku channel, and watch beginning at 9 p.m., which is coming up any minute now. 9 p.m., the movie is Attack of the Giant Leeches. 11 p.m., Chiller Chat. My guest is Nate Reagan. 11:30 p.m., I don't know why I threw the PM in there, but I did. Movie is Killers from Space. 1:30 a.m., Chiller Chat. Luke Rio interviews me. And 2 a.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Silent Night, Bloody Night. So two of the three of the episodes tonight were Friday Night Frights, live shows. So wow, I'm missing so many comments, and to me, I hate missing comments because I love your participation, but to me, I gotta say that's a good problem to have. I mean, I love seeing that. So I'm not intentionally missing anybody's comments here. Corpus's Patreon page, excellent. I appreciate that. I just have to make a little introductory video. I think I've figured out the rest. I've hopped on there probably about a month ago, and I think I put it together correctly. I don't know, but the thing is, like, what maybe I'll hit this next week. I wasn't prepared to bring it up right now, but I was thinking of maybe a $5 pledge a month, which would be, all the Chiller Night theaters. If we have Friday Night Frights, which I would very consistently, if that was the case, if I was getting the pledges, weekly Chiller Chats, and there was more to it, and I can't even think of it right now off the top of my head. Chiller Night Live pre-show, Friday Night Frights, and Chiller Chat. So I'd have to figure out how I would keep up with all that, but it's just an idea. It's something I'm kicking around. So again, it's not necessary. Obviously, never will be, never has been. But but the next thing is what's the additional content? What's the additional drive for the pledgers? I don't know exactly. Maybe something like this. I don't know. To just them. I don't know. Maybe, hey, if anybody has any ideas, shoot them my way. I would love to hear them. Sometimes I just don't have time to sit and think about this stuff. Glam says, think Chiller Night Theater should try Patreon, as Patreon is meant as a way to support creators, so it makes sense to take advantage of that. Thank you. I appreciate that. And actually, you guys brought that up like a year ago, if not longer. I think Corpus had mentioned that, or Tom, or somebody had mentioned that. So I started looking into it, and my limited understanding of it, I tried getting on there before. I set up an account, but I didn't know how to set it up. So I didn't, at least from A to Z. So every once in a while I get back in there and muddle through a little bit more, and I have the pledges, what the pledges would get, and what it should only be like. I don't want to go I don't see the need to go like any more than $5. I say $5 maybe. If I truly had the ability to do this as a weekly show, I think that'd be awesome. If I got enough support. I don't know. What would you think about something like that? Like an actual weekly live hosted horror show, maybe even in a studio. That's something I would consider if I had enough pledges, and if I could really build that up. Then that would be kind of neat. It would be kind of like Chiller Theater again, because of course that was live from WPXI. But who says you need to do it that way now? you know, now we have options that they didn't even dream about back then. So, you know, we shall see. Al says, have a good night, everyone. See everyone for Thursday watch party. All right, Al, thanks for joining us. Cassandra says, I love the idea. I would support it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Corpus says, yes, both Tom and I mentioned it. Yeah, I remember that. And it was like a year or even more ago, I think. Okay, well, it looks like everyone's taking off. So, you know, thank you for joining me tonight. We'll be back Friday night. Don't forget Friday night. Join Jack Shadow as he features the Devil Bat on March 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then come back and see me again next Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to join up before, of course, the Chiller Night programming on Stream TV begins at 9 in just like a minute. All right, folks. So thank you everybody very much for joining me tonight. Have a good night. Have a good Chiller Night. See